What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tampa Bay in ESPN NFL 2K5. After a great win over the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round, we are on to the NFC Championship against the Seattle Seahawks and the reigning MVP, their quarterback Matt Hasselback. We got Baltimore playing Buffalo on the other side, Buffalo being one of the direct beneficiaries of Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay, but we'll start with the MVP himself. Matt Hasselback, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, and just 12 interceptions, a career year for him up in the rainy city of Seattle. Behind him, Shaun Alexander, and his fifth year out of Alabama, 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns for him. Technically not a career year, but still a very good year for him. Corn Robinson is back over 1,000 yards for the year, 1,168 with 8 touchdowns to his name. They also received Lee Evans from the Bills in a trade, so they've got a very talented receiving core after the Bills were able to pick up Deion Branch from the Patriots. Steve Hutchinson is an elite guard at a 93 overall, and Walter Jones is an elite tackle, and those numbers are truly elite. 99 pass block, 98 run block, so they have a formidable line in front of them protecting their MVP asset. On the other side of the ball, the defense is not as strong. Their most talented player is Bobby Taylor. He's got 4 interceptions and 2 forced fumbles on the year to go along with 23 tackles. And then Anthony Simmons is right behind him. He had 106 tackles on the year, 4.5 of those being sacks and 2 forced fumbles. So, they have pieces, but they're not exactly an elite defense. They do have 2 injuries. Chike Okafor is on the injured reserve, and Bates also has a pulled hamstring, will be out for 5 weeks, aka the entirety of the playoffs. And you can see here, it definitely shows on the rating. 67 is the overall defensive rating, 79 overall. Their offense is pretty good. So we'll throw it to Boomer. No Sports Center this week because of a weird audio glitch, but it works there, so we'll see you afterwards.
ESPN, the road to the Super Bowl. One team can pack their bags after a long season. The other can get ready to move forward to their ultimate goal. Who'll advance to the Super Bowl Conference Championship Sunday? Seattle, Tampa Bay. This ought to be good.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Tampa Bay. We do have home field advantage throughout all of the playoffs, so hopefully the last game at Tampa Bay before we march on to the Super Bowl. We're taking on the Seattle Seahawks. They do have the reigning MVP under center in Matt Hasselback, and they will get the ball first to test this very, very good Tampa Bay defense. Now, we have played the Seattle Seahawks once already in the season. We played them way back early part, so anything can happen, anything can change. But we did win that game. We got into the 30s, and we held them to just like 3 points or something crazy like that. 10 points. I believe we beat them 31-10 as Hasselback rolls on 3rd down and is not able to hit his man. He hit Rondé Barber, but he did not hit his man. So that's going to be a 3 and out. And Jones gets his first punt return of the day, cutting left, getting tackled at about the Tampa Bay 36. Brady not able to do much with his offense to start. He rolls back on 3rd and 9, and he is sacked. The 2 defensive ends, Mitchell was the first to get there, and that's going to be a 3 and out from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we punt it right back to Bobby Taylor and the Seahawks. Bobby Taylor, the best cornerback, is also their punt returner, which is risky, but they're going for it. Shaun Alexander gets up the middle for 10 yards, but it's spotted just south of the first down, so we're going to have Shaun get the next carry, and he gets those yards for the first down in gold on the tackle. Hasselback dropping back, rolling forward, hitting Max Strong over on the right side. Kelly makes that tackle. As you can see, Matt Hasselback has had a scorching playoffs, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, 785 yards. That's ridiculous. 3rd and 3 for the Seahawks offense. They're going to hand it off to Shaun, who's past the first down line and has some room. He's got some space. He gets out of that tackle. It's going to be Barber with another hit, but that's going to be a great gain. We're all the way up to the 24. It's a 3rd and 10 now for the Seahawks. He throws it, and Hasselback to the left side into the turf. So that run from Alexander ends up only resulting in a field goal try. Kick is up. Kick is close, but the kick is good. It's going to be 3-0. The Seattle Seahawks strike first in this NFC Championship game. Jones is going to return this one out of the end zone. No blocks in front of him. Tries to cut to the left away from the defenders. Only gets to the 19-yard line. Allstott with the carry up the middle. Makes that safety miss, but Simmons is there to clean it up over the first down line. But if Simmons didn't make that hit, Allstott was going all the way to the house. He potentially had a clear field in front of him. Brady looking deep over the middle for Ken Dilger. who somehow comes down with that in the middle of two Seahawks defenders, but that's going to be a first down and then some. Brady, not 785 yards, but a good postseason so far regardless. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Technically, he's only played in 1 game. The Seahawks were a wild card team, which is probably why Matt Hasselback's passing yard stats are so high. But, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league going at it. Tom was in 3rd for a lot of those statistical placements, so it's Tom freaking Brady. Of course, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Speaking of Tom Brady, he's loose up the middle. No one was spying him, or no one was quick enough to get on him as he decided to bail out from the pass rush. That's going to be a first down from the legs of Tom Brady rather than his arm. Speaking of his arm, he throws it to Joey Galloway, who has that catch on the hook route. It's going to bring us to a 2nd and 2 before the quarter is over. Allstott looked like he was maybe in trouble, but manages to get away from the pursuit and gets the first down as we roll into the second quarter. So we are down 3-0, but we are starting to push into that red zone just inside of the 20-yard line. Brady looking over the middle, wastes no time. Joey Galloway wide freaking open over the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for Tom Brady and crew, thanks to the great route run and a great catch by Joey Galloway. The boat is lit, and so are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Literally all by himself, a little pitch and catch between Tom and Joey, and that's going to be a 6-point, now make it 7-point. We're officially up in this one, 7-3. Kicking it away, it looks like we're going to get a return on this one. Lee Evans, as we talked about, he was coming over from the Buffalo Bills. He was a trade piece because the Buffalo Bills took on Deion Branch from the Patriots, who decided to blow it up after trading Tom Brady to us. So the 6 degrees of Tom Brady, I suppose. Sean Alexander gets to the left side as we get our peanut moment of the episode. Don't forget to like the episode, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Dropping back on 3rd and 5, he's going to find an open Bobby Ingram, who makes a nice catch, turned and burned for a first down. Dropping back, next play, he's going to find, I believe that's Corin Robinson, making a nice catch on the lob to the right side. A couple of first downs in a row. The Seahawks find themselves in Tampa Bay territory. Hasselback throwing right. That one's going to be caught in bounds, or it's going to be called in bounds at least. We decided to not challenge it. It's a 3rd and 3, and that's a nice catch from, I believe that's Williams. It's not even Millie, so the backup tight end making that play, keeping the drive alive. Hasselback throwing to the left side for Sean Alexander, but Derek Brooks is there for the TFL. That's a loss of 1 on the run to the left side from Sean Alexander. Derek Brooks getting the best of him that time, and that time Rondé Barber is really ready for the throw to the flat. No gain, and then Simeon Rice. Simeon Rice breaks through, makes Hasselback feel that one, and it's going to be a 4th and 17, still inside of their field goal range, but Brown kicks it wide right. Not a lot of wind, but he tried to compensate for something, and that kick sails wide to the right side. That's going to give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the ball at the 33. Fake to Allstott, hand to Gardner, who has a little bit of space to work with, and good things happen when Charlie Gardner has space to work with. A little shake and bake. That's going to be like a 23-yard run on, I think, the 3rd carry that actually went past scrimmage. Charlie's had a tough game up until about right now. Brady looking left. Keenan McCardell has that one. Tackled right away, but that's going to move the chains way down into Seattle territory. Brady dropping back slightly, floating it to the right side. It's not going to be hauled in by Keenan this time, but there is a flag down on the play over by the attempt at the reception, and it is indeed a pass interference call on the Seattle Seahawks, so we will take those free yards, and we move up to about the 15-yard line. Brady dropping back, looking around the field, rolling left out of the pressure, getting away from a couple of defenders. He gets sandwiched by 2 Seahawks, but that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. Brady looking to pass on 2nd and 2, finds Joey Galloway over the middle, who gets tackled into the end zone, and both of them have now scored twice in this NFC Championship game. Great play by Joey Galloway to get open over the middle, and a nice find from Tom Brady here to find his hands and nobody else's hands. He kind of had a small window to thread there, but a great ability to turn and get downhill into the end zone from Joey Galloway. Kick is up, kick is good. That's a 67-yard drive over just 4 plays as we hit the 2-minute warning. Now Sean Alexander is going to get that first carry as we're under 2 minutes. He's going to lose one. Incomplete pass brings us to a 3rd and 11. Hasselback throwing over the middle. That one's tipped up by Rondé Barber, who has been very involved in this game so far. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So with 1 minute and 20 left, we have plenty of time to try and get some more points on the board. Tom Brady taking over on first down, about 40 yards on our side. Michael Clayton with the catch, huge juke, and he's got space. It's nothing but him and the turf. Is anyone going to catch him? He gets tackled at just about the 3-yard line by his shoestrings. We have to look at that one again. Brady, quick throw on the flat. We thought he was going to maybe make the first guy miss, but he makes both of them miss at the same time, and he is gone. The rookie has the legs underneath him. That's going to be a 57-yard gain, and yeah, I think we're probably going to score on this drive. Let the clock tick down to about 40 seconds. Brady rolling out to his right. He's in trouble. Makes the first sacker miss, but he doesn't throw the ball. Decides to try and run it, and Corey Brown chases him down. The Bucs are forced to take a timeout. 2nd and goal. We go to Mike Allstott, immediately set upon by a flock of seagulls like he's carrying a piece of bread above his head. The Buccaneers take their second timeout. 3rd and goal. Brady dropping back to pass. Looking over the middle for Charles Lee, and he's got it. Another touchdown pass for Tom Brady. A turkey if we're talking bowling, but this is football. We can still call it a turkey. 3 touchdowns for Tom Brady. This one going to Charles Lee, streaking over the middle. And if you watch the Season 1 recap episode, you know that Charles Lee is a favorite target of Tom Brady around the end zone when we get into that territory. So we go up 21-3 as we head into halftime. It's kind of looking like the same deal as earlier in the season, where we were able to kind of put up a bunch of points thanks to our passing game, but our rushing game has been no slouch as well. We've actually had the ball for less time than the Seattle Seahawks, but our defense is really holding steady on their offense, and our offense is making their defense look a little silly at almost every opportunity. We've put up nearly 200 yards on them in the first quarter, in no short part because of Tom Brady. 7 for 9, crazy accurate, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns, and we get the ball coming into the next quarter. Brady, under pressure, throws to his left side. I don't know why I showed that, because it's 3rd down. It was 3rd down. We tried to force the issue. We're lucky that it was not picked off. We punted away to Bobby Taylor, and the Seahawks, who get past midfield anyway, they're going to start this drive off from their own, or from our 47-yard line. After a 1-yard gain on first down, we get a catch by Robinson over the middle on the slant, but it's not quite there. We've got a 3rd and inches, but 3rd and inches ain't much when you got Sean Alexander and he jukes and gets loose. He has no one in front of him all of a sudden. He beats the whole defense, but Derek Brooks now does his best shoestring tackle, and Sean Alexander has the Seattle Seahawks sniffing the end zone right here. Let's see if they can punch it all the way in. First down, Hasselback throws right. For some reason, they had a lineman lined up in that slot over there. He's not able to make the catch. Alexander mixed with Quarles. Quarles wins that battle. 3rd down. Alexander looking to pass, and he's sacked by Darby. Our backup defensive tackle, Darby, comes through, makes the sacks, force them into the field goal, and we keep a 15-point lead. So it's still a 2-score and a 2-point conversion lead. We're up by a score of 21-6. Jones getting past the 20-yard line and then some this time. Great return by Jones. We start from the 26-yard line. Charlie Gardner getting it up the middle. Has a couple of guys hit him. It's only a 4-yard gain, although that's one of the better runs from Charlie Gardner today. Allstott getting the carry on the counter. He's going to lose one on that one. The secondary for the Seahawks has actually been really, really active in a lot of these plays up the middle. Over the middle, a little floater from Tom Brady. Kind of threw it behind Dilger. He's not able to make another miraculous catch in traffic. We're going to have to punt this one away to the Seahawks. Taylor makes it to about the 41. That gives the Seahawks pretty decent field position yet again. Derek Brooks makes the tackle. We're lucky he made that tackle for only a gain of 4, because it was looking like maybe more than 4. Alexander runs backwards, and he's going to lose a yard on the play. Another TFL for this Buccaneers defense. Hasselback has time, hits his man in the chest, but he's not able to hold on to it. I believe that was Lee Evans with the drop on the reception. Tough look for the young Lee Evans there. We return that punt to about the 22, but nothing really doing. We're at a 3rd and 7. Brady looking on the right side, middle right side for Keenan McCardell. You could have argued he held on to that one for a little bit too long, but it does not hurt them this time. Gardner making a couple of guys miss with the speed. That one's only going to be marked as a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 now. Quick drop back under pressure. That's going to be another sack for the Seahawks defense. Really tough on the pass coverage today in this game. Brady standing tall in the pocket finds Charles Lee on the cut over the middle, and we go into the 4th quarter with the lead still 21-6. We are 8 minutes away, 8 virtual minutes, 5 simulated minutes from the Super Bowl. Regardless, Gardner shakes out of the first tackle, jukes out of the 2nd and 3rd tackles, finally brought down after a gain of 13. It's turned into a better game for Charlie Gardner here. Brady on 1st and 10, going to toss that one over to Mike Allstott, who's got some room. He throws the stiff arm, maybe a little prematurely, uses his shoulder to get out of the second one, stays in bounds very intelligently, and gets a huge run after that other huge run. So we're going to have a goal line opportunity here. Gardner on the draw. Maybe if he didn't shake through that tackle, he would have been in. I guess I'm spoiling this. They spotted it as a touchdown. I kind of thought in the moment that there's absolutely no way that was actually a touchdown. The replay is going to confirm that. He was brought down well behind the touchdown line. I don't think any part of him broke the goal line plane. Maybe the refs were just really keen to send us to the Super Bowl, which is not usually the treatment that Tom Brady got from the referees. But anyway, 2nd and goal now. Time running down. We don't notice. Look at that, a little delay of game on us. When there are challenges that the other team throws, you have to really be on the play clock because it'll just start running for some reason. Anyway, that doesn't stop us from immediately getting into the end zone with Mike Allstott because you just need a little bit of space. Sometimes you just need a little bit of space to do the thing that you want to do. So Mike Allstott rumbles and bumbles into the end zone. It was about a 5-yard gain after everything is said and done, and I guess we're going to look at this one more time because I put the replay in the video. You can see here he's got the ball. Simmons can't make the tackle, and he just waltzes right into the end zone for 6. Make it 7 with the extra point from Grammatica. Let's give the ball back to the Seahawks, see if they can put any pressure on this Buccaneers defense before they have to throw in the towel and try again next year. They start from the 27. It's a 2nd and 10 after the first play goes nowhere. Sean Alexander getting up the middle. Smith, helped by Victor Green, makes the play. That's a 7-yard gain. Sean's put a pretty good game for himself together. He's got 81 yards, 5.8 per carry. Maybe going to get another one here. No, they're going to go to the throw, and he throws it to Derek Brooks. Truly weird throw. Tough choice for Matt Hasselback here, who's quickly seeing his MVP season evaporate away from him as Jones is hit right away on that return. We start at the 31-yard line in our own territory. It's a fake handoff toss to Gardner, he's really just making guys miss here ever since that big run. So he now has 10 rushes for 52 yards, averaging 5.2 yards per carry. Nothing to sneeze at. Charlie's having himself a game today, but Allstott's going to get this one over the middle, and he's going to stretch for the first down. Move the chains as we tick down to just under 5 minutes. Allstott's going to get the carry again. Nasty stiff arm, nasty shoulder charge, uses his speed. Another dirty stiff arm, and he's finally tackled from behind by Simmons. It's going to be a 20-plus yard run. Another one, I think the second of the day for Mike Allstott. We keep it on the ground with the garbage man. He rumbles up through the middle, gets 7 yards on 3rd down after the first 2 runs go nowhere, and we kick it with Grammatica, and he must have kicked the turf before the ball there. I don't know, maybe he got distracted by something shiny in the crowd, but he kicked short on a 43-yard kick. I just didn't do a good job kicking the ball, but anyway, we get a sack right there on 1st down. This is pretty much the Seahawks' last chance to do anything. We're under the 2-minute warning. They have to burn a timeout right there. That makes it 2nd and 16, makes it a little bit harder for them to do anything. That one's tipped up by Corey Ivy. It's going to be incomplete, bringing up a 3rd and 16. We know they're going to be going it on 4th down no matter what. This one honestly should have been caught. Kind of crazy that he couldn't catch that one. Bobby Ingram had that one kind of in his box, right in his chest, and it just bounces away from his hands. This one, play action for some reason, throwing it over to the left side. That one not going to be hauled in by Lee Evans, who gets hit immediately upon touching the ball, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for Matt Hasselback and the Seahawks. So that gives us a couple of runs that we have to go for. Michael Pittman getting the call, breaks the first tackle with a stiff arm, makes a couple guys miss with a juke, and he gets a great gain for 8 yards. That burns the second timeout. So if we can just get the first down here and make them burn their timeout, we can just kneel it down and say goodnight, and that is exactly what we get to do with Mike Alstott one more time. The Buccaneers know that they're going to the Super Bowl. They're starting to celebrate accordingly, and you should be as well if you're a fan of how this team is doing. So we go ahead and pull out the greasy knee. Brian Greasy kneels it down to take off the final 10 seconds. And the Buccaneers are Super Bowl bound by beating the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 28-6. Not the first time that we have not allowed a touchdown, but the first time that we have not allowed a touchdown in the playoffs. So great job by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting through this one in a dominant fashion. We outscore them by more than double. We outgame them by double, which is really, really cool to see. And we do end up holding on to the possession for longer because we were trying to control the game there at the end. And it might come as no surprise, even though he didn't do much in the second half because he didn't have to, but Tom Brady is the player of the game. 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, all 3 of which he got in the first half. He was 7 for 9, so he ended up missing a couple of more throws, but nothing that drastic. He ends with a 141.4 passer rating, where Matt Hasselback was just below 55. 179 yards to Matt's 63. No touchdowns, no interceptions. We shut the MVP down. Alstott had 86, Alexander had 81, Gardner had 52, and Alstott was the one running back to score in this game, period. Clayton had 57 on that one big reception. Keenan McCardell 2 for 38, but it was Joey Galloway with his 2 receiving touchdowns that made the difference today. And then on defense, Barber, Neese, Gold, Brooks, all with 5 and 4 tackles. Who got the most assists? Ian Gold had 4 and 1. Interesting. Simeon Rice led the way with 2 sacks. Darby got in there for that big sack on the goal line stand, and we held their team in general check. Rondé Barber, Darryl Smith doing a good job of deflecting passes. So we're going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens with their elite defense, are going to be playing us in the Super Bowl. So Tampa Bay taking on the Ravens. So Tom Brady and the Ravens, no strangers to each other in these playoff matchups. This time it's going to be in the Super Bowl. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can get notified when that Super Bowl episode drops. I've already recorded it. I already know it happens. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Like the video if you haven't already. It helps new people find the content. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peanuts 24/7. We'll see you on the next time.